Are your blues solos sounding a little boring and repetitive? You're just sort of really rocking out that first position of the minor pentatonic. It's sounding a little robotic. Let's make a couple of changes to that to make your solos a little bit more interesting without going too far away from our minor pentatonic or our blues scale. If you don't know, my name is Ryan Gaughan. I've been helping guitar players for 20 years, really bridge the gap between their creative ideas and what they're able to play, becoming fully fretboard fluent. If you would, hit the subscribe and bell notification to get more videos on how to make your guitar playing better. When we have our minor pentatonic, first, we want to make sure that we're getting our phrasing right. We're not just doing 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, okay? I'm not going to go through that in this video. This video is going to be a little bit different, but there is a video in the description that you can check out that will go through some phrasing and ways to make your rhythm a little bit better, or I should say a lot better. You could check that out and then come right back here, or we can keep going through the video because this is a little bit more about the pentatonic and just in first position, okay? If I have that, cool. I can make a couple of slight changes. One just being right, my blues note, just making it a minor blues scale rather than just the pentatonic. Fantastic. Now, if you're playing, we're sort of always hearing the note sort of ascending or descending. And a great thing to do is take the 4 out of the blues scale. And I know that sounds silly, but if you're doing a run up, right? Just starting on that flat 7, the 5th fret of the D string, 5, 7, so flat 7 of the root note, flat 3, I skipped over the 4 and went right for the blues note, the sharp 4, 5, flat 7, 1. Great little run up. It's going to catch the ear. You can even put it in a phrase. Right? That might sound cool as well. Just going to grab the attention of the listener. Another fantastic thing to do is add your major third if you are over your 1 chord. It breaks out of the blues and the pentatonic, and it's a great addition. So the 5th fret to the 6th fret of that G string, that is your major third, right? It's the major third of your 7 chord, but it's not in the minor pentatonic. A fantastic idea. Cool. Try that. It works primarily over the 1 chord. Definitely does not work that well over the 4 chord. If I get to my 4 chord now, I could take my minor pentatonic, and instead of having my flat 7, I'm going to move it down to a 6. So anytime I get to my flat 7 in my minor pentatonic, I'm going to pop it down a half step, and it'll be my 6. So it'll go like this. 5, 8, 5, 7, 4, 7. Right, and then I'm back. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8. Okay, so it's only on the D string, that 5 goes down to a 4. And then on my B string, my 5 goes up to a 7 instead of the 8. It's a great thing to do over the 4 chord. All right, that note is in the 4 chord. It's fantastic. And if I play this, 5, 7 on the B, 5, 8 on the E, I get this awesome tritone with the 7th fret of the B string and the 8th fret of the E. And that is what really gives me that tension for my 4 chord. So just throw that in. Right? And obviously do it with a lick or a run up. That works, or as well. Sliding into it also really works because it's the 3rd of that 4 chord. Fantastic. The last one is simply taking a flat 3 of your minor pentatonic and boop, bringing it down to a 2. So that looks like this. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 4, 7. Then we have 5, 8, 5, 7. All right. That is in my 5 chord. And I really like to land on that note when I get to that 5 chord. It really brings that change out, really brings that 5 chord out. That's a great thing to throw in. You can also do straight 5/7s. Whoops. Or you can move up and do all 7/9s. Another trick that I can sort of throw in there is doing straight 5/7s over the 4 chord, and it definitely works over the 5 chord, or doing all straight 7/9s over that 5 chord. That works as well. Put that in your pocket. You can try that. Right when you get to the 4 chord, when you get to the 5 chord, 7/9s. Right. Again, this is going to sound much better if you know how to use your rhythm and your phrasing. The last one, and this is the trickiest one that we're really going to dive into. And each one of these, hit pause, work with it a little bit, put on a backing track. The last one is a little bit tricky. It's the same thing as the one that I did before. I just showed you the 5/7s and the 7/9s, and it's taking the flat 3 and moving it down to a 2 like we did before. But when you get to that flat 7, bending it up to the natural 7. I do it as a bend. You could just make it sort of like an altered pentatonic. And that's really cool. Right, gives you this. Right, that's the 3 of the 5 chord that you can slide into, and then the 5 of the 5 chord. So something to try. If I were to put that in a lick, I'll start here on the 5th fret of the G. 5/7, 5/8, bend up, and then land on the 7 on the E. And then bring it down for a full resolve. Try those tricks. They are fantastic. I appreciate you staying till the end. It's a good way to start breaking out of just the minor pentatonic, and the changes aren't that difficult. Some of the ones, I suppose taking the flat 7 to the 6 for the 4 chord can be a little weird because we don't have the straight 5 backbone. So you have to change a couple of notes around. But just focusing on each section of the pentatonic is really great, and it just sort of like livens up the 12-bar blues. So chords of the 12-bar blues are moving us through different keys, technically, right? And that means if we're just staying in our... we can get really stagnant with just that blues scale. So check it out. I do have a free training also in the description that goes over some more of the phrasing and how to build tension and resolve, so we're not just in that really boring, robotic guitar solo plateau that we all get into. You can check that free training out. If you are ready to really hit your guitar goals, there is a link in the description. You can book a free consultation call. We can see where you are, what your goals are, come up with a nice game plan. If you feel ready for our Fretboard Fluency Mentorship Program, that link is in the description. I appreciate you staying till the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one.